Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Let's do a grace card reading. This is just a little energy check, timeless reading. So whenever you get this message, maybe there's something here for you. I did pre-shuffle the grace card deck, so let's get to it. I think I'm going to pull one card from the grace card deck and then one card from the Power of the Elements Oracle deck and just kind of see how the two will shake out together. All right, thank you for being here, y'all. I appreciate you coming in. If you're new, welcome. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. And if you're not subscribed yet, y'all, think about subscribing to this channel. I love that. Okay, let's get your card from the grace card deck and just check in. Just check in. See what the grace cards have for us today on how we can face life with a little bit more adeptness. Handle stuff with a little more grace, make things easier on ourselves. Beautiful. Listen. This is such a good one. This is such a critical one. Okay, no, don't get nervous. When we feel overly attached to an outcome, and we do that, it's simply an indication that we need to reconnect with our wise self. Y'all, trying to tell us humans, we ourselves, not to pine over how we want things to turn out. It's like when somebody's upset and you say calm down, because he's like, how do I do that? Well, just remember, if you're feeling any level of anxiety, if you're hyper energetically gripping how you think you need something to go, then you're definitely getting in the way of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And if you can stop yourself at that point and realize, just tell yourself, even if you're not quite buying it at that moment, just tell yourself, you know what? Whatever happens, I got this. If this doesn't go my way, I know that there's something else in the works for me. If this doesn't happen the way I want it to, I'm not going to lose it. I'm going to understand that Source has got some other thing in the program for me. And I'm just going to be patient with my life and let it unfold organically. And that's tough to do, y'all. That's really tough to do. Here's my little exercise for learning how to handle life organically and let it just spring up before you is don't check your weather app. I mean, if you got critical systems and you're traveling and blah, 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 well, okay, don't do it then. But when it's just an average day, instead of looking at your weather app, allow the day to just unfold naturally. Just practice doing that. That's an easy one. But it is hard. It's hard for us not to try and manipulate situations if we think that it's going to be good for us for a certain outcome to happen. It's hard for us not to try to go in and change things and maneuver things, but it's not as hard as you think to sit back and trust Source and co-create with the Spirit. It's not all us. We don't know everything, and we don't always know what's best for us at a certain point, because there's so much outside of this peripheral that is being spun and is being manufactured, and there's so many other moving parts, where other people are concerned and situations are concerned, things that we're not privy to. So it's so important to trust our inner wise self. And the one indication, like they say, is when we feel anxiety, if we're feeling overly attached, if you can't get yourself off a loop of this has got to happen because I got to have this happen, and then that's going to happen because I got to have it. You got to stop yourself. You're the only one who can do it. You got to stop yourself and remind yourself that you don't know all the dynamics and that it's going to be just fine. It's going to turn out exactly the way you need it to if you can settle yourself and allow your life to organically spin out the way it's supposed to spin out, which is in concert with Source energy. A lot of times we become disappointed with life, but it's not about life. It's about how we've handled stuff. It's about how we have not allowed life to organically be what it's supposed to be. Okay? All right, y'all. So listen to your wise self when you're feeling energetically grippy. You can let that go and let life happen.